When I seen this story trending, I thought, of course, it's the summer.
Wrong.
It means all the best players in the world are moving everywhere. Messi's going to Real Madrid, Ronaldo's going to Barcelona, Tom Cleverley's going to Glasgow Celtic.
Drink the Kool-Aid.
Well, most of these are just riffraff. I could start
Tom
right
Cleverley is going to Celtic.
Tom Cleverley may be going to Celtic, good for them. But this apparently has more substance because when you start to see Sky Sports looking into it and you start to see other sources and then you see Cristiano Ronaldo trending, it doesn't mean that it's factual. It just means that there's a little bit more to it than what meets the eye. So according to several reports, and by that I can actually source some of them. It came from a Portuguese newspaper to start with, but then it started to catch fire. Cristiano Ronaldo may be looking to leave the Bernabeu.
I wish we can, if we had no souls, we could do this clip every single day.
Yeah, it's...
But here's the funny part. So I get like the updates on my phone, and the updates for all the world football news comes in at like 2 o'clock in the morning. And 99% of the time, even when it's transfer rumors, is like according to the Mirror, according to the Sun. So you can look at it and not take it seriously and go back to sleep. I see Sky Sports reporting that Ronaldo wants out of the Bernabeu. I was like, it's too. I want to go to bed now. I want to go to bed. I want to go to bed now.
So the substance behind it as well, and BBC are not long behind them.
That's another reputable source.
Absolutely, and according to these reports, Ronaldo wants to leave Real Madrid after being accused of tax fraud. So he's apparently outraged, he's upset, and he wants to get out of whether it's Spain as a whole, because we know that tax fraud is a big thing that's been going on, Neymar, Messi. But Spanish prosecutors have accused Cristiano Ronaldo of defrauding the authorities of millions of euros in tax, which he has denied. He said he's an honest, good character and did everything okay, blah, 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 according to the source. So he has a 1 billion, a 1 billion euro release clause. Like that's his release clause. Like if
What's that in pounds?
That 874 million.
That's what his release clause is?
So if you wanted to go in and just basically pay them to take Cristiano Ronaldo and the club is immediately eradicated, you could just get him and Ronaldo, it'd be up to him to decide whether he wants to go.
It's 870.
It's the price
whatever.
of several countries.
I knew it was. I thought it was like 400 million pounds.
Let's double that.
At this point, we're just making up numbers.
No one has that amount of money.
I want to read some of the context too for you also, because there was who did I grab it from? ESPN FC, who was citing other sources. It has to do, as you were mentioning, it has to do with Ebola, which is a Portuguese newspaper, I believe, reported on Friday. Probably feels upset at the treatment it has received from authorities in Spain. He also said at one point that he feels like he's being targeted for this because of his star status.
Yeah,
and that's kind of shady. But at the same time, I just don't know if this is him being angry and in the moment saying, F all of you, I will leave Spain, because there is no more influential person in Spain. No offense to the politicians in Spain than Cristiano Ronaldo. But sure, I'll entertain this. Man United and PSG can afford it. They're the only two clubs, according to a couple of reports as of this morning, that actually could trigger the release clause, which I did not know was 874 million shekels, whatever the hell it is. Rupees,
that's a bananas amount of money.
You can make it up, 874 million bananas. But they're the two who can afford the release clause. There's others that, of course, are interested, but I don't think they actually could. Even Manchester City would fall short of this without having to like revamp something.
It's an insane amount of money. No one wants to see that amount of money be spent on someone. I imagine that if Cristiano Ronaldo really wanted to leave,
I want to see the internet melt.
Yeah, there's just no way to even report on that. I imagine if he wanted to leave, then Real Madrid would look to try and arrange some sort of transfer fee. I don't know, I can't speak on behalf of them. I know that they released a statement saying they had full confidence in their player and that they were convinced he would prove his innocence. And this is where it starts to get a little different, because usually you could sit and talk and go, okay, so why would he want to leave? He's at the best club in the world. He maybe wants to go on and further his success, win another Champions League.
Leave out of spite?
Yeah, but no, it's nothing to do with that. I don't think it's anything to do with Real Madrid. I think it's to do with, you have to start looking at it from a livelihood starter point. Like, he doesn't want to be living in a country that is not just scrutinizing his playing ability, because he's scrutinized all the time. If he doesn't score in 2 games, Ronaldo's on a downward spiral. He'll get the same treatment in England from the media, no doubt. But if his livelihood's being questioned and whether he's been actually accused of criminal activity, that's going to change his point of view, because it's not like he's got anything left to win. But I mean that, I understand that everyone's got more to win, but maybe he's at the point where at 32 years of age, he's like, why do I need to go through this shite when I could go to a club that loves me, that worships the ground I walk on, and the fans still adore me, and go back to England and maybe lead Manchester United back to success.
Besides that, it would be welcome back to Manchester United with open arms and the rest of the Premier League. Unfortunately, as long as Ronaldo's there for the next 2 years of Ronaldo greatness, sure, it's a hot take. Manchester United wins the Premier League comfortably if Ronaldo goes back to Manchester United.
Some will debate it. I think that they've got a much better chance. And they're a far better team with Cristiano Ronaldo there.
I just don't see how the math would add up. Like, this is a guy who scores 50 goals a season.
Yeah, and has done it
rather easily, and he's gotten better with knowing his body at 32 years old. He has not slowed down. He has just become more comfortable. He is the LeBron James of soccer.
Yeah,
LeBron is the Ronaldo of basketball.
Yeah,
like,
and
we talk about this all the time. But I guess saying by sheer volume, what did Harry Kane lead the Premier League in goals with this year? Was it 25?
Because 30 did he maybe have?
He got to 30, right?
Well, the 30-goal season is remarkable.
Right, in the Premier League, that's what I'm saying. This is a guy who is capable of putting in 40.
Yeah.
That would actually be regression.
Yeah, in a way. Of course, there's a lot of variables that go into it. La Liga, Real Madrid score 9 goals sometimes in games.
That's fair, that's true.
5 or 6. But the Premier League, he would still be able to, he would still lead them to an immense amount of success. You know, I mean, they need to fix the defensive issues, but
besides, it
the
would
confidence
already,
booster.
Sorry, not to cut you off. It would also give Arsene Wenger his greatest excuse ever. Well, I mean, Ronaldo's back in the,
yeah.
in the Premier. What do you want me to do?
Unless they want to make a last gasp bid.
What do you want me to do?
So, and the other team, of course, we don't want to spend all of it talking about the Premier League, is PSG, who again have bags of cash. If they add Cristiano Ronaldo with Aubameyang and the full arsenal of the team that they have already, then they're immediately considered one of the best teams. They're already considered one of the best teams, but they just become a real dominant force. I don't really know why Cristiano Ronaldo would go to PSG. Simply because Ronaldo's never been the guy to go somewhere just for the sake of it. He's been at 2 major clubs. Yeah, he was at Lisbon beforehand, but I'm talking about since he moved from there, he's been at 2 major clubs and he loves them greatly. He's got a sense of loyalty to them. It's not like he just wants to go places just because. He's always spoke of his admiration and how Manchester was a home to him. So if I was to say that he was to move somewhere, which I generally don't think he will, I think they'll get through this. They'll get through it.
I just want to see what the internet looks like in a meltdown when Ronaldo moves. It would be the biggest sports Twitter moment in Twitter's history, because I don't think Twitter was alive when Ronaldo moved from United to Real Madrid, and it was a huge deal. It is still probably it's the most landscaping transfer.
I would say, and since probably like Beckham moved, the same move, where like just the same magnitude
Suarez
of someone
is pretty big, but it wasn't
going from the 2 giants. Like Manchester United and Real Madrid are, as much as talent-wise you can argue how close, they're far superior in terms of their worldwide recognition.
Look what happened to Real Madrid in the scope of the entirety of football.
Yeah.
They've won every trophy 7 times. No,
back to back.
4 times they've won it, pretty much every trophy.
Back-to-back Premier Leagues.
Back-to-back,
Champions Leagues. It's a complicated issue. Who knows what Cristiano Ronaldo is thinking? Real Madrid have a big problem if Cristiano Ronaldo leaves. And again, people will argue this. They've got so many good players. Cristiano Ronaldo has been the focal point of that team for years.
What was the tweet you read to me earlier? Messi to...
Oh yeah, it was just someone tweeted out, just said, Messi to Real Madrid, Ronaldo to Barcelona. And I was just like, that's usually the way the rumor season works. But this seems to have a little bit more added to it rather than the usual everyone wants to leave in the summer.
KD to Real Madrid.
By the way, that was one person I think would be happy with a move like this, Durant, because then literally there would be a super team like no other form with Paul Pogba already making a record-breaking move and then Cristiano Ronaldo going back. It just wouldn't be, it'd almost not be fair.
Zach found the tweet of the expectation versus reality.
Yeah, Jesse Lingard, number 7.
I can't get over that. It's too funny.
All right, let us know what you think. Cristiano Ronaldo, it is something to discuss. This is not just your paper-thin transfer rumor. It seems to have some substance to it. What do you think in the comments? Ronaldo, does he go to Manchester United? Do they become immediate title contenders? Do they go on to return to greatness? They are in the Champions League next year. We all remember that.
Who?
Manchester United. So that could be a big thing as well.
Yeah, I wonder how much that would have to do with it. If they weren't in the Champions League, he probably doesn't go. Who knew a Europa League title was what was going to drag Ronaldo back to Manchester United?
Well, United fans knew that was their saving grace. That was always, well, not for Ronaldo.
To get Ronaldo?
It was a saving grace.
Step 1, we get Zlatan. Step 2, we win the Europa League. Step 3, we get Ronaldo back.
Oh, they should renew Zlatan's contract and have Zlatan up top with Ronaldo next to him, man. Talk about egos. Talk about hairstyles. Talk about eyebrows.